What is up? It's that time, it's that hour, it's Righteous with another video. And I'm back to break down the AJ versus Usyk fight number 2. Uh, I don't know if you saw this coming, but I tried to put a video out there to guide what I thought AJ would need to fight versus Usyk. Now, I do want to say a few things before I get into the breakdown, but I will say that it was a very good fight. Now, what I want to say is that I'm going to be dropping some more videos, some more content is coming. Thank you to all my subscribers, all my viewers, everybody that watches my videos, all my supporters out there. I appreciate you. Now, to get into what I saw in the fight and what I enjoyed of the fight and what I feel like AJ did wrong and what he could do better is more or less about what the title says. So the title is going to say why AJ lost the fight and what's next. To me, there was a lot of reasons. New trainer, not easy to, you know, get with a new trainer and then have to fight an elite fighter that's undefeated, fearless, and very skilled. It's not easy. That right there is very difficult to deal with. So I give credit to both teams because, in my opinion, I don't know. I just feel like AJ was really forthcoming with wanting to win the fight, but I don't think he wanted to beat Usyk. I think he just like fantasized of beating, like winning the titles back is what I think. That's what I think. But let me go to the bullet points of the fight, so I don't just go off of like myths or just like what the mentality was of the fighters. This is just opinion anyway. But what I did see was that AJ isn't mean enough and he's a little too slow for Usyk. I mean, some of that stuff is obvious, right? But there's a trick to the trade. If you have something that works against you because of your body or the way you fight, or maybe there's some other variable going on because the opponent is very good, you're gonna have to find a way. So to me, if he would have been a little bit more diligent on making sure that he cuts off the ring a little bit more, I think it would have worked for him. But I do have to give credit to Usyk because, man, it's been said a lot of times about guys from the Eastern Bloc and stuff like that they don't know how to fight going backwards. Not this guy. And you know what? Credit to Tyson Fury as well, because he knows how to fight going backwards too. So it's not just Eastern Bloc. They used to say this about all guys that are fighting from internationally and stuff like that. So to me, that is not the case when it comes to those two fighters. Usyk definitely was a magician out there and is a magician. So I give him a lot of credit. Moving backwards is not easy, and being able to feint and move and be able to set up strikes and whatnot going backwards, that's not easy. So a lot of credit to him. So here's another bullet point. AJ can't fight going backwards like Usyk can. So that was, following up to my next bullet point. But if anything, being that he schooled him, because he did. It was not a close fight. I mean, I didn't score the fight, and from what I saw, I liked in the fight. Regardless, it was a good fight to watch. But no, he got schooled. There's no other way to put it. So if you're asking me, I'm gonna say that he needs to go back and look at that tape and try to learn some of that stuff that Usyk's doing. He should try to learn how to fight moving backwards. That's probably why he got knocked down by Andy Ruiz, because the next fight, all he did was stay away. But that's not exactly fighting backwards. That's not the skill of fighting backwards or going backwards. Going backwards is something that you do when you need to, if you have to, or if you position yourself to, because you know that it's possible that uh, you might need that look. You know what I'm saying? So AJ needs to learn that. I think it would be beneficial to his fighting style. It would definitely work, in my opinion. But yeah, work on that speed. Um, Learn about how to go back or fighting backwards. AJ needs to train for 15 rounds. That's another bullet point. He needs to train for 15 rounds and learn to tie people up to get on the inside. Now, that's something that I feel like he doesn't do enough of. He tried to do this in the past. He used to do this in the past, but then everything would unravel. And this is what I'm saying. You have a new trainer, use him. I'm pretty sure he's gonna want you to go inside. He's gonna want you to try it, at least to try it, because you gotta pick a style. Eventually, you gotta pick a style. I know that he has a heavy right hand, and I know that he can fight. You know what I'm saying? I know that he has the will. He's a warrior, and I know that there's a lot of heart left in AJ. But why is he doing this? Is what people are asking. Why is he fighting? Well, if it has to do with you wanting to get titles, or if you really want to be the best fighter in the world, you have to learn how to fight on the inside. Now, if you're fighting somebody like Tyson Fury, it kind of goes for what you like to do, because what he likes to do is just counter punch and be ready. He's just a reactive fighter. He's not really a hunter. He doesn't really have a fighter's instinct. And there's one interview I've seen from Paulie Malignaggi, where he says that for example, like with Canelo, he says that with Canelo, from fight to fight to fight, that's how he adapts. That's how he changes his method of thinking when it comes to fighting and whatnot. Well, for AJ, it's very different. It's almost like conditioning and learning how to stay in the game so he doesn't get knocked out. Because if you look at his fights, man, he's getting dropped. It's dramatic. These fights are dramatic, and he's in a shitstorm all the fucking time, like all the time. It's just crazy. So like, I get why after in the post fight, he's having all these issues and whatnot. But if we're talking about the fight game, you gotta learn what is it that works for you. And I really think that it should be fighting on the inside. He needs to fight on the inside. He's too big. He's too strong. Even for Tyson Fury, he's strong, dude. He can move. He can move, and he can move people. You know what I'm saying? So like, don't go away from what you know. Don't go away from what is beneficial to you, because I don't know. Say anybody in the comments, feel free to say whatever you like. But if AJ versus Wilder happens, are you telling me that you would prefer AJ to be on the outside? Not a good idea. Not a good idea, because, all right, AJ's sharpness, awesome, great stuff. Wilder, not so sharp and not so great at setting up his right hand, but his chin is iron, man. Wilder has one of the best chins I've seen in boxing in a very long time. And it's not because he's dumb and stuff like that. People will like to say, oh, he's just being dumb. He should be developing skills to not get hit as much as he does. But at the end of the day, he still has a chin. It does not matter. The man has taken crazy amounts of pain and still kept going. So that I respect. The look in his eye of desperation and saying, yo, I want more. I still want to win my titles back. Wilder has a chin. So like, if you're asking me, I would prefer for AJ to stick on the inside for every fight until he retires. There's no reason why that man should be fighting on the outside so much. Now, if he knows how to fight on the outside, good. If he knows how to fight going backwards, good. If he knows how to defend himself, slip, cool. You know what I'm saying? Counterpunch, awesome. Do it. But no, We don't need you fighting on the outside. Like if you're, I don't know, there's so many fighters out there that do this, but like like Irislani Lara or something like that, or maybe like Floyd. Floyd is a good example. There's a lot of fighters, and Canelo did it too versus Triple G, but it doesn't mean that that's the only way. And he was very timid going after Usyk. It was almost like he didn't want to hurt him like that. Like it wasn't until Usyk started to like pop him with jabs and stuff that he started to like okay, I gotta move. And he did do well. He tried his butt off, but I want to see more. So big shout out to Usyk, big shout out to that country, big shout out to Lomachenko, that whole team. Mad respect. You already know I respect great fighters, people that are skilled. And I wasn't really rooting for anybody. I just thought that if I'm watching a fight, I want to see something different from that guy, because I already see that Usyk's bringing something different to the table every time, no matter what, and he's going to entertain. So that's why I was like, hey, let me see if I make a video for AJ. He did try it, but then he didn't go all the way, and I think that has to do with some of the training and whatnot. Like I said, endurance. He needs to be training for 15 rounds, if anything. And he calls it out. He said, yo, my weight is this, my weight is that. He knows what he's got going wrong. The dude is smart and he doesn't like to lose. But at the end of the day, go back to, healing those wounds, figuring out what's going on upstairs. Maybe you take a year off, or go fight some lower class fighters. I kind of agree with Eddie Hearn. He should fight some C+ fighters. You don't gotta go with all these guys. Now, okay, like let's say, like for example, the Andy Ruiz fight was actually a surprise. He didn't see him coming. But at the end of the day, you should be prepared for someone like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that Andy Ruiz is a C+ fighter at all. He's shown that he's hungry. He wants it and stuff like that. But skill level and potential with AJ, I don't know, man. But it happened. So there's that. I'll be making some more videos. You guys stay in touch. You already know it's your boy Rex. And let's try to keep boxing alive. Like I said, be dropping some more videos. Thank you. Peace out.
Hello, mi gente, what is good, my peoples? It's the one and only, your boy, Cha-Cha Charlie. And if you like this video, hit the subscribe button for more sports and entertainment videos just like this. And it's going to be one big party, and we will be celebrating and dancing all night long. It's Cha-Cha time.